The ancient Greeks were some of the wisest people in history, and they had a lot to say about kindness and generosity. They believed that these were essential qualities for a good life, and they encouraged their citizens to practice them. Kindness is a virtue that is often praised and encouraged. We are taught to be kind to others and to help those in need. However, in today's world, it can be difficult to be kind and generous without being taken advantage of. There are many people who are willing to exploit the kindness of others for their own gain. There are times when kindness can be destructive, both to ourselves and to others. In this video, we will explore the ways that kindness can be destructive, and how to be kind in a wise and balanced way. We will also discuss how the Stoic philosophy can help us with this. Before we get started, I'd just like to remind you to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. This helps me to create more content that you'll love. Ways that kindness can destroy us. First, becoming too trusting of others. We may be afraid to say no, or to set boundaries, because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. This can lead to us being taken advantage of, or to us putting ourselves in dangerous or unhealthy situations. For example, a young woman may be hesitant to turn down a date with a man who she doesn't feel comfortable with, because she doesn't want to hurt his feelings. This could put her at risk of being assaulted or harmed. Or, a man may lend money to a friend who is already in debt, even though he knows that the friend is unlikely to repay him. This could put the man in financial difficulty himself. Second, neglecting our own needs in order to help others. We may feel guilty if we don't put others first, or we may believe that we are not worthy of care and attention. This can lead to burnout, resentment, and other negative consequences. For example, a mother may put the needs of her children ahead of her own needs all the time. This could lead to her becoming exhausted and resentful, and it could also make her less effective as a mother. Or, a person may work long hours to support their family, even though they are not being compensated fairly or treated with respect. This could lead to them feeling overworked and undervalued. Next, using kindness to manipulate or control others. We may pretend to be kind in order to get what we want, or to make others feel obligated to us. This type of kindness is not genuine, and it can damage our relationships and our own integrity. For example, a coworker may pretend to be friendly and helpful in order to get promoted. This type of kindness is not genuine, and it is likely to damage their relationships with their colleagues. Or, a parent may use guilt or emotional manipulation to get their children to do what they want. This type of kindness is harmful to the child's development and can damage the parent-child relationship. How others can make use of our kindness. People who are kind and compassionate are often targeted by those who are manipulative or exploitative. These people may pretend to be in need, or they may prey on the kindness of others in order to get what they want. Here are a few ways that others can make use of our kindness. First, they may ask us for more than we can give. For example, a friend may ask us to lend them money, even though we know that they are already in debt. Second, they may take advantage of our willingness to help. For example, a coworker may ask us to take on extra work, even though we are already overloaded. Next, they may guilt-trip us into doing things for them. For example, a family member may tell us that we are not being supportive if we don't help them out. Lastly, they may manipulate us into giving them what they want. For example, a romantic partner may use emotional blackmail to get us to stay in a relationship that is not good for us. How to be kind in a wise and balanced way. It is possible to be kind without being taken advantage of. Here are a few tips. Learn to say no. It is okay to refuse to help someone if you are unable to do so, or if you feel uncomfortable. Set boundaries. Let people know what you are and are not willing to do for them. Be discerning about who you trust. Not everyone who asks for your help is deserving of it. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you are meeting your own needs before you try to help others. Be genuine. Be kind because you want to be, not because you expect something in return. Stoicism and kindness. The Stoic philosophy can help us to be kind in a wise and balanced way by teaching us to be virtuous. Stoics believe that the highest good in life is to live virtuously. This includes being kind, compassionate, and just. However, Stoics also believe that we should not be so kind that we allow ourselves to be taken advantage of. Be discerning. Stoics teach us to be discerning in our judgments and actions. This means being able to distinguish between good and bad, and between what is important and what is not. This helps us to avoid being drawn into situations where our kindness could be used against us. Be self-controlled. Stoics believe that we should have control over our own emotions and desires. This prevents us from being easily manipulated or exploited. For example, if someone is trying to guilt-trip us into doing something we don't want to do, we can use our self-control to resist their pressure. Be accepting of what we cannot control. Stoics teach us to accept what we cannot control and to focus on what we can control. This helps us to avoid becoming frustrated or resentful when others mistreat us. For example, if someone is being rude to us, we cannot control their behavior, but we can control how we react to it. We can choose to be kind and compassionate, even if they are not. Kindness is a valuable virtue, but it is important to be wise and balanced in how we express it. By following the tips above, we can be kind without making ourselves vulnerable to being taken advantage of. Here are a few bonus tips for being kind in a wise and balanced way, for you that stayed till the end of the video. Don't be afraid to ask for help in return. It is okay to ask for help from others, especially if you are feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Don't try to please everyone. It is impossible to please everyone, and trying to do so will only lead to burnout and resentment. Be kind to yourself. You deserve to be treated with kindness and compassion, just as much as anyone else. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. I hope you found it informative and helpful.